So today is just a couple of bits of news to look at today. First of all, JD Wetherspoons are on SharePad at the moment. They've announced a share placing to raise capital to help them through these darker times, and have raised just under £94 million by releasing an additional big block of shares. £1 million worth of that block has been bought out by quite a major shareholder within Wetherspoons. And in terms of the share price, that's then actually seen that go up 3.5% today, at least as a starter. So the shares have jumped on the news, really. Although Wetherspoons are chronically losing something like quite a big old chunk of money every day at the moment. There was a figure, I think I saw it a little earlier, having a look through this. I can't find it. They were losing a very sizable amount of money on a daily basis with the pub shut, and they're expecting the pubs to stay shut until the end of March. So things won't change a great deal in that time. The other one is for news for me is I've put some money into Babcock International. I do like to buy shares when they're sitting on a low, and they've been sitting on the watch list for a little while, having highlighted them out of the newspaper a couple of months ago and thinking, ooh, that's getting pretty low. The share price was actually probably dropped a little bit lower to when I actually bought them. I wouldn't be surprised if the share price maybe even falls a little bit further, in which case I'll be buying a little bit more. So we'll take a quick look at Babcock. So Babcock, in terms of its fair value on Simply Wall Street, it's £1.83 a share. Current price at £1.99. I think I bought in at £2.12. I think the share price will probably bounce back up. Babcock is really a sort of classic value company. It's very much in the engineering world. They're working a lot of work for the MOD, Ministry of Defence, and quite a lot of work in the civil market as well. They also do work within the civil nuclear field. And in terms of, this is the share investor page actually on Babcock International. So they're working in marines, obviously quite a lot within the submarine sector is a big chunk of the work. They're working with the British Army as well, a lot in aviation, also doing a lot with the French Air Force, and do a lot of pilot training, things like that. So the order book currently sitting at 17.6 billion, and the pipeline they've been bidding for work at a further 17 billion. So there's a lot of work there, and they do expect to increase their revenues in the longer term, particularly in international sectors, and maybe reduce a bit of reliance on the Ministry of Defence in the UK here. Get this one back to its homepage would be quite nice, wouldn't it? So this is the homepage for Babcock International. Flying training is what we do. My nice slow internet catch up. So they're a critical provider of complex engineering services which support national defence, save lives and protect communities. Great. So there's some very, very major contracts, but if the military aren't spending an awful lot of money, then their revenues are going to be a bit down. So there's a value company. They've been around for a very long time. Let's jump back into to SharePad here and have a look at just Babcock. Pull up the charts. Change the chart to number of years and go back to 10. So over the last couple of years, I think things have been heading a little bit south. There we go. So the 10-year chart, they've moved from a high at £12, over £12 per share, £12.98 there, and to come down to around £2 a share means it's had a very, very big drop in revenues. I've bought a block of shares in Babcock, and if the price drops lower, I'll buy some more. Personally, I think it's a long-term value play, and as markets turn around, I think there could be some margin to be gained there, but you'd obviously need to do your own due diligence and make your own decisions before putting your money into it. So let's we'll also here have a look at the charts generally. So if I swap to the FTSE All Share, so we're looking at UK stocks, and if we put onto full screen there, have a look at the 4-week movement. Click sort. we'll see the biggest risers and the biggest fallers. So top of the list over the last 4 weeks is Stobart Group. Reach PLC, our newspaper group. And let's have a little look through and see if there's any ones on my list. Now here's a bit of a killer here, Royal Mail. I bought some shares in Royal Mail about just over a year or so ago at £1.25, just over the low. Royal Mail, I think there was some strike action pending and things happening there, and the price has been sinking downwards for a long, long time. And it recovered about 164 fairly quickly within about a month or so. And I thought, that's quite a nice point. And I made the mistake of taking a short-term profit. And there's the share sitting today at £4.01. Thinking, oh dear, could have had such a great return if I'd have held that one. And it's a good dividend payer as well. Oh, there we go. That's the pros and cons of investing. You don't get it right all the time. So let's have a look at the fallers. So top of the list is Babcock over the 4 weeks. There with the pricing today at 202. So it's bounced a little bit up again. That may well drop back again. And give you a little chance, hold that on the screen so you can see all the shares are obviously moving because it's live. And you can see who's the big fallers over the last few weeks on the UK market. Yeah. If I go back to the Babcock one, let's just press sort again, go back to there. So we've got a PE ratio sitting at 2.9, which is ridiculously low. The return on capital invested at 1.3 is a very low figure, which is obviously worrying because I think they're not making a profit at the current time. I don't think they've made a profit last year. They made profits in previous years. So to me, it might be a bit like my shareholding in Kier Construction, in that as they turn the business round and things move up in the right direction, then there could be quite good returns to have had. But I'm taking it probably as a long-term hold and as a good value play. So hopefully it will return dividends in the much longer term. Right, so that's all the news for today. And in terms of Babcock shares, I couldn't find them on Free Trade. Free Trade I'm finding a bit disappointing. There's a lot of things I've been wanting to buy, and so I don't have them listed. But Babcock is available on Trading 212, and there is a link for Trading 212 down in the description below. So if you open an account with Trading 212, it'll give you a free share for opening up the account. Okay, we'll catch up with you again soon.